Hey guys, this is Comics G-Man. I was watching Film Threat, and this was after I just finished my long review on Spider-Man Brand New Day. After I finished that, I just wanted to see what Critical Drinker, I already saw that. I wanted to see what Az said about it, and then I wanted to see what Film Threat had to say about it. And I just had kind of this nihilistic thought, and I just have to express this and record it for my channel. So if you're curious to know what nihilism has just come over my mind, stay tuned.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so I was listening to Alan and Chris discuss the spoiler review of Spider-Man Brand New Day and their thoughts on it. Chris is a bit more critical on it. He mentions how they use some tropes from Superman Returns, like when Superman heals in the hospital and everybody's saying they love Superman. How they use a trope in Star Trek where they find out that the people who are worshiping the ship, the Voyager, it was covered up by dirt, and it took Captain Kirk to wipe off the dirt to show that it's just the Voyager the whole time. And Spider-Man did that with, like, we find out that this VMAX thing that Jean Grey was looking for just happened to be an air conditioner that was the last thing that her sister saw before she died. And it was just covered up. And instead of it being a VMAX, it was a VentMax. And there was another trope that they showed, that Chris showed in here. Yes, he's showing this Star Trek trope that they used, and then he shows what else did they show? Oh, a Batman trope from the Val Kilmer movie. I forgot what that one was. But overall, between Az, Critical Drinker, Film Threat, you know, they're pretty soft on this movie. They're giving it like either a 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. Which is fine. Like, I'm not saying don't. Like, if you like the movie, like, all the more power to you. But me personally, having been watching superhero movies since I was a child, I'm going to be 28 years old. I am 28 years old. Going to be 29 this year. And I've seen everything. I have seen everything. I'm going to have to say, dude, I just had this nihilistic stroke come over my brain, where I'm like, I don't know if I could do this anymore. Like, I mean, I'll go to the movies if a friend wants to go, but if nobody asks me, I'm not going to go out of the way to see it. I don't know, dude, if I could take this anymore. And I'm not just talking about Marvel, even DC. Is anybody out there feeling like this? Is anybody out there saying, let it all just fucking die? All of the superhero movies, man. Let it all just stop. Like, you know, like, so, because the reason why this feeling came, it wasn't just from watching Brand New Day and Supergirl this summer. Like, I was listening to them talk about this, and there were, and I see people in the comment sections talking about how Zendaya will be there forever because that's Tom's wife. Seeing how it's like they're saying, they're talking about how they're setting things up with the policewoman's daughter being Miles Morales, and they're going to build that up, and they're going to do this, and there's going to be Secret Wars, and here's the plans all the way up to 2042. I'm just at a point now. And not just Marvel. I mean, even DC, like, you know, they have all these plans and they're going to do this, they're going to do that. I'm at a saturation point, guys. I just don't care anymore. I mean, I love comics. I'm going to read comics still. And, you know, I'm going to watch classics, you know, the old shows that I love, the old cartoons that I love. But I can't take this anymore, you know, and it's not just the companies and these plans and these stories that suck. It's you. the fans I can't take anymore. That you guys are just shoveling down this slop. You know, I'm surprised that Supergirl did terrible because I'm glad it did. But so I honestly thought that Supergirl doing terrible was going to kind of start like a little revolution, not a big revolution, but maybe it was going to start waking people up and saying, you know what? Fuck this shit. Fuck the superhero movies. And, you know, maybe less people would start falling for it, seeing it. And I get that, like, kids are into it, you know, and you bring the kids to see it. That's one thing. But the fact that adults older than me, my age, are still kind of swallowing it. It's like, damn. I don't know, guys. I can't handle this. I mean, I'm not a snowflake. I mean, I don't know if I just want to keep watching this on and on and on and on. Do you not think this is kind of overdoing it? You know, like, you know what I miss about the old days in superhero stuff? Like, I've been rewatching Teen Titans again. Everything back in the day just felt like spontaneous. It just felt kind of like they just did it because the comics and that was it. Like, I'm tired of this, like, you know, these long planned out movies and this, like, this formula. I just want it to stop. I mean, the only way it's going to stop for me is just not participating in it. So, you know, that's my solution. Just stick with the old things I like, read comics at my pace, do my thing at my pace. But frankly, between DC and Marvel, I'm sick of it, bro. I mean, I think I've been sick of Marvel for a long time, but I've been more tolerable towards DC. But overall, dude, it's not, you know, these companies are going to keep doing this because fans and everybody going to the movies and, like, you guys are just not going to stop. You know what I mean? It's like Disney. Like, Disney's never going to go away because you feed it. Marvel is not going to stop giving us shit. DC is not, well, DC's another story. Maybe it might because of all the money they lost with Supergirl. It might do something to them. I don't know yet. That's I mean, it did affect My Adventures of Superman. There won't be a season 4, thank God. So, you know, there's hope. I honestly want to see it all just burn. I'm tired of it. It's sad because, no, I mean, it's not right because, of course, the young ones, they should have their superhero stuff. I don't want to take that away from them. So that, you know, if they enjoy it, let them enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take that away from the little ones, the youngins, you know, because they don't know any better. They didn't grow up with, you know, the Spidey that I grew up with, you know, the stuff that I grew up with. So I don't want to take that away from them. But I'm saying, as an adult who has been, you know, watching this stuff since I could remember, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking tired, guys. And every time I hear, like, these announcements, you know, these plans, I don't feel excitement. I feel like, just stop. Stop. Just stop. And I'm the only guy in the world, I think, who feels this way. And you know, obviously, like, these critics on the internet, like Az and Nerdrotic. I don't know, actually, what Nerdrotic has said about it, actually. I should look that up. But, like, Critical Drinker, Az, Film Threat, like, they're obviously okay with it. Just keep going on and on and on. Fine. You know? But me, I'm just sick of it. I'm tired of it. And I'm not going to go out of my way to see Man of Tomorrow. If my friend wants to see it, which probably won't because he's not into DC anyway, he didn't see Supergirl. So that'll do me a favor. I won't see Man of Tomorrow, and I'll just stream it like whenever I want. But I mean, I'm tired of being a part of the overall zeitgeist. You know, like going in the movie theater, being surrounded by everybody, liking a movie that I'm not liking. And I'm not saying like I want to ruin it for them. I'm saying it's great. You know, like that's great that everybody's been enjoying this stuff. But I just feel like an odd duck. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I don't fit in. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? And I like to, you know, but for some reason, you know, like when people are laughing at the movie at a scene and I don't, or people are like, you know, reacting and I'm not reacting in a certain way, I just feel, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but it's not, because there are older people around me that are enjoying it and that have seen all this shit like longer than I have, and it doesn't seem to be getting old for them. So what is it with me? Why am I feeling this nihilism? Like I'm just tired of it. Am I the only one who feels this way? Is there anyone else who kind of has this like kind of nihilistic viewpoint towards the MCU and the DCU and could give two shits about it? And just doesn't understand why people are still swallowing this? I mean, I understand why kids are. I could understand why adults are. But at the same time, it's like, guys, like we've been watching this stuff since we were kids. I mean, you don't see that this is kind of like overdone. It's overstayed its welcome. It's just sucking up our nostalgia and just keeping us hostage with our childhood memories. Like, why can't our childhood memories just be left alone? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the only way it could be for me is if I'm just out of the zeitgeist, bro. I can't do it anymore. I can't. It's hard for me to be around everybody who's like feeling great about it, thinking there's nothing wrong with the movie, or like, and I'm not talking about like my friend had some good arguments to why he liked it, so no shade on him. But like, even if though, I just feel like I'm just like, I don't fit in. I'm not like on the same energy as everybody else is, obviously. And it just makes me feel depressed. No, yeah, you know what? That's what it is, man. Like, I actually feel a little depressed that I am not enjoying these movies anymore. Like with people. Like going to the theaters, I mean. Like, you know, I love like Doom Patrol. I love like stuff, TV shows and stuff I enjoy watching at home. But like, I haven't been to the theaters and felt like I've been on the same vibe as the audience for a long time. Like Supergirl, I think the fan first screening I went to, they didn't like it that much. But like the few other times I went to see it, people did like it and I didn't. So I don't know, dude. I'm done. I'm just done with the hype and you know, even like one of the girls at work, she actually said a good point. Like one of the guys, we were saying like, we're so nerdy, we're into this, right? And she's like, actually, everybody likes Marvel now. You'd be a nerd if you didn't. And I'm like, that's pretty fucking based. And the more I thought about what she said, I'm like, actually, there's nothing fucking unique anymore about comics or Marvel or DC. Like, now that everyone likes it, it's like anything else. And like, she made me realize, like, wow, this actually isn't special. This is just sucking away everything that like made my childhood great. And it's just like, it's using my childhood like a gun to my head. And it's like almost like a vampiric. Marvel and DC movies now are almost like a vampiric parasite that's sucking off of your nostalgic energy and childhood memories. And it keeps bringing you back. You know, I think that's why a lot of people are very forgiving for these movies, even when they're not so good, Supergirl being a wonderful exception. And again, was hoping for that to be a revolution, that it would infect more movies and people will stop supporting this shit. But it's not. But yeah, that the girl at work made me realize, like, damn, this is mainstream shit now. And I'm sure you could say, like, yeah, Spider-Man has always been mainstream, but it's so mainstream now since Avengers and everything, where it is almost like it's just not really special anymore. Like, you know, here's the logic, dude. Like, the reason why I love Doom Patrol now is because, like, I mean, I naturally, like, I love it, but I love it even more that nobody likes it. Does that make sense? Is that fucked up or what? I think that's just my personality. Like, I'm kind of like, hey, the world doesn't like this. Most people are shitting on it. So this is mine. Not mine, but like it's a select few. And I feel special. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that weird, but you know, it's like, it feels like you know, when you find something that the world's not crazy about, that most people don't like, you feel like I found something special. I found garbage and I've turned it into treasure for me. Does that, it's like when you go to a flea market and you find crap that people are selling that they don't care about, but you are like, wow, I love that. And like you turn it into something more. Like that's what I feel like. And these movies now, they just feel like mainstream shit, and there's nothing special about them. Because it's like, hey, you know, everybody likes this. If you don't like it, well, you're kind of a nerd, actually. So I'll proudly wear that tag. I'll be the only man in the world who feels this way. Or maybe not. Please, if anybody in the comment section feels the same way that I do, I mean, please tell me you exist. I can't be the only one who feels this way. Like, the world, it can't just be that every single person is glazing this stuff. Every single person gets angry if you don't like it. Well, except my friend is pretty open about it. He was he was listening to why I didn't like it, and he was totally open to my points. You know, so you know, there are people like my friend out there, but on here at least, show me that there are people like my friend who are open-minded and could understand what I feel. You could disagree with me, but you could see my point. You out there? Let me know in the comments, guys. Like, subscribe, comment as you see fit.